Hey everyone, from Disney's Coronado Springs Resort, we are doing a dining review today from Maya Grill. We have been wanting to try this restaurant out for a long time, and we're finally here today. It is the holiday season. You can see because there's a tree in the middle of the restaurant. We've got some live music playing. We've already got our appetizers, so I think this is going to be a really special dinner. Enjoy. Do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe. So the first thing I want to say is when we got here, we thought it was empty. We started to worry, like, is this place not that popular? But I'm thinking our reservation was at 6:15. We got here closer to 6 o'clock on the dot. And now, just less than a half hour later, it is absolutely packed. Almost every table is in use now. So I do think this is popular than you thought. Ooh, they're breaking, is this We Don't Talk About Bruno? The guitarist is playing We Don't Talk About Bruno. The first thing we got is an appetizer, the house-made guacamole with a mango salsa and pumpkin seeds. Courtney really liked the mango salsa aspect. I really liked the pumpkin seed aspect. I think we kind of ate around what the other one liked, so that was kind of beneficial. It is, you know, a decent size plate of chips, smaller than the Chili's size plate of chips, and there's a little bit of guacamole, so you have to be really careful with the guacamole, but it's very good, well seasoned. The oil, the lemon zest, everything about it is perfectly balanced and fantastic. Alright, so we established that the guacamole was really good at the beginning of the meal, but let's talk entrees, because that's what really matters. Courtney got the chicken enchiladas. This is $32, and I'm gonna say, when the portion came out here, originally Courtney was pretty disappointed in the size of the portion, considering it was $32. But as you'll see as we continue sort of going over this review, it was actually more food than she thought. It was very, very filling, and we're not going to be having dessert because we are both pretty stuffed. But it was shredded chicken tinga wrapped in corn tortilla, topped with salsa verde, topped with house-made cheese, garnished with sour cream, cotija cheese, and crispy fried onions over a bed of refried beans, served with a side of sweet plantains topped with Mexican crema and cotija cheese. So I think it was especially the peppers and the cheese combined with that bed of refried beans that really made this a very, very filling dish. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. Courtney and I lived in Arizona for about 4 years. So a lot of times when we order something, some Mexican food, and it's $32 for an entree, we get a little upset because we're used to those little hole-in-the-wall places in Arizona where you pay $5 and somebody's abuela comes out with the best tasting food you've ever had in your entire life. But this is Disney. You don't often get really good Mexican food at Disney. I would say that Courtney thinks these chicken enchiladas definitely qualify as good Mexican food on Disney property. Something kind of funny, I mentioned when we got here, it was empty, and then I thought it was packed just a few minutes later, and now it's almost empty again. Like, it doesn't feel like they're refreshing the dinner crowd. Anyway, I got the vegan chorizo huarache. This is also $32, and it came out looking almost like a flatbread pizza. It's a delightful vegetarian dish, they said that, not me, featuring an heirloom yellow corn huarache, topped with black beans, sauteed seasonal vegetables, salsa verde, and crumbled queso fresco, finished with a dollop of sour cream. I asked for there to be no sour cream on it. I'm gonna say this was really, really good. The ingredients were fresh. They make everything here, from the chips to the guacamole to, you know, the breads, the salsas, everything they make here. It was fresh. It was more filling than I expected when I saw it. I mean, like, you saw the video of it. It looks like a flatbread pizza. Now, that corn huarache is about this thick at the bottom, so it is more filling than you would expect. I don't know if it was worth $32. Like I said earlier in this video, when you're used to, you know, just finding the best Mexican food in the world around every corner in places in Arizona, and, you know, it can feel a little disappointing here, but I will say that I can't remember having anything better Mexican food-wise on Disney property. So maybe that will be an endorsement in and of itself. The vibe here, really cool. They had the guitar player, I've shown him a couple times. Played My Way from Frank Sinatra. He played Hotel California, Poor Unfortunate Souls, Can You Feel the Love Tonight, Let It Go. We Don't Talk About Bruno. Like, he was just like rolling through the hits there for a while, and he was really, really good. They have the holiday tree here in the middle of the restaurant. That's a cool vibe. I do think that this is a nice place if you're willing to spend a little bit more on a high quality version of cheaper food. And I am gonna make one little correction where I said this was the best Mexican I've had on Disney property. Maybe it's tied or a little bit behind Rosa Mexicana at the Swan, at Disney's Swan Resort, or it's at the Dolphin, I don't remember which one, but that's a really, really good restaurant. They make the guacamole in front of you too, so that's one of those that's very impressive. But overall, definitely enjoyed it here at Maya Grill. Just a final wrap up on Maya Grill. I talked about the food. The food was really good, but I also wanted to add that the atmosphere was also really nice. When it was at its most crowded, you could still have a nice conversation with the people sitting at your table, even though there was a guitar, there were just a packed house. It was still easy to converse. And that's not always the case in Disney restaurants. They can often get really, really loud. So Maya Grill, definitely a good place to go. A little pricey, but I think I can say that I safely recommend it if you go into it knowing that it will be a little pricey. So do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe. I'll talk to you soon.